We got to get an intro, but hey, I just go ahead and just see if I can. We live, J baby. You could play crazy. You already know how we coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's been good with you though, Doug, man?
I got my guy Trevor Jackson in the building. Let's go.
Let's do it. Salute.
Trevor Jackson, big time YouTuber, on the come up, on the grind.
I'm trying.
You know I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you been tried. You doing now, man. You
yeah.
I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back, man. There ain't many people gonna pat you on the back, man. You putting in that work, and these YouTube streets ain't easy. Trust me. I'm in these streets now. I'm seeing, hey, yo, it's work.
Yeah.
It's work to do.
And so, they are exactly what you said they are. The streets, the YouTube streets.
Yeah, these YouTube streets crazy. I'm trying to stay out the drama. I don't want to be on here beefing and going back and forth. I ain't trying to get into the dirty YouTube section. I'm definitely ain't. But if they come for me, then I may have to jump in there. You know, I ain't backing down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, Doug, I'm a protege of Pimp C. You know, I don't do no tongue wrestling with grown men. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. We don't want to do no tongue wrestling. But hey, man, the journey is the journey. You know.
Yeah.
We may have to, get down for your crown. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, fam.
Good weekend this weekend, you know. Just to take a break from the Diddy stuff. Today we want to talk about this Desiree Perez situation that's been going viral all over the place. And I got the information that I need to really talk about this thing. And I may go somewhere, Trevor, where you don't expect. This may be a left, right, left.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it, fam. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm in different feelings about this situation, but we're going to lay it out. Now, over the weekend, Desiree Perez's daughter have come out and accused her mom of illegally vapor acting her, right? And let me know if I get something wrong, Trevor. The story goes that Desiree Perez don't like her daughter's husband. And she been trying to break them up. So I'm gonna play a news clip because I could mush mouth this thing, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I want to try to see where we at. Then I got some stuff I'm gonna play. I'm ready for this thing, Trevor. I don't want to mush mouth my way through this. Here we go. And y'all come in.
A South Florida woman is taking legal action after she says she spent nearly 2 weeks in mental health institutions for no legitimate reason.
She claims in a recently filed lawsuit that it was orchestrated by her own mother, and others who should have protected her failed her.
NBC6 investigative reporter Amy Viteri has her story.
So legally, I can go home.
No, you cannot.
Why?
Because you're being Baker acted.
Body camera video shows the moments Broward deputies encouraged Demore Hadley to get into this pickup truck with people she says she didn't know.
I can't ride with you and you guys take me?
You're going to be in handcuffs, so dog's not going to be able to come?
No, I don't want to be in handcuffs.
Okay.
Demore says they took her to a hospital for a mental health evaluation after this doctor signed paperwork saying she was a risk to herself.
What he told me was, we received a call from your family that you tried to OD the night before.
A doctor she says she'd never met before. And according to Demore, it's her own mother who's behind it. In this lawsuit, she claims her mother, Desiree Perez, used unlawful means to have Demore falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act.
So she's the CEO of Roc Nation, a company that she owns along with Sean Carter, the famous rapper Jay-Z.
The complaint alleges a conspiracy, saying Perez used her money, power, and influence to tear apart Demore and her husband, Javon Hadley, and created an enterprise of individuals to effectuate her plot.
To essentially try to separate me from my husband and to falsely accuse him of domestic violence.
Perez has repeatedly denied these allegations in court filings. A month before Demore filed her complaint, we found her mother filed her own lawsuit against Demore's husband, Javon, citing evidence Perez says he has abused her daughter for years, something the couple has denied in court records. In that lawsuit, Desiree Perez says she moved to Baker Act her daughter, fearing she was at risk of suicide and abusing prescription drugs.
I haven't seen anything in my entire 20 years of practicing law
that it is so clear that someone did something wrong.
Attorney Hilton Napoleon is representing DeMore in the lawsuit, which claims Perez harassed the couple for years, including making unfounded claims to get Javon arrested on multiple occasions for battery and domestic violence, charges prosecutors did not pursue.
The state attorney's office wrote a 11-page scathing closeout memoranda, which basically said that her mother made false allegations to the police.
In this closeout memo, a prosecutor with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office cites DeMore's lack of cooperation and raises concerns about some of the evidence and how it was obtained. The prosecutor also wrote DeMore was wrongfully Baker acted last year, something her mother's attorney disputes in this letter, challenging many of the memo's other conclusions.
I have 3 different collateral sources of information that say that she's been acting psychotic, that she threatened to overdose yesterday.
DeMore's lawsuit alleges her mother conspired with prominent psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober, seen here in body camera video, and others to have DeMore committed for a mental health evaluation. Bober cites supporting evidence from her family and diagnosed DeMore with an unspecified psychosis. He ordered she be taken to Memorial Regional Hospital, where he is chief of psychiatry, and where results from drug tests taken upon admission were negative, according to records DeMore shared with us.
They told me your tox screens came out negative, and I go, I know. I don't do drugs.
In a statement, Dr. Bober's attorney said DeMore was placed under the Baker Act for 38 hours due to the potential risk of imminent harm she posed to herself, adding failing to take appropriate action would have been a breach of Dr. Bober's ethical and professional obligations. While DeMore was at Memorial, her mother further petitioned to have her transported to a different facility under Florida's Marchman Act, claiming again in court records that DeMore suffered from severe drug abuse. A judge granted that petition.
They ran the test. They knew that she had no drugs in her system and she was not abusing drugs. And the fact that you can't do anything about it is scary.
DeMore was sent to this treatment center in Deerfield Beach, where Dr. Bober serves as medical director.
Where are the people that are supposed to protect me from this happening?
According to her lawsuit, DeMore requested a hair follicle test at that facility called Life Skills, which detects drug use for at least the past 3 months, and which showed no drugs had been in DeMore. DeMore was held at Life Skills until April 8th. She shared discharge paperwork that lists a diagnosis of persistent depressive disorder, which she disputes. No medication was prescribed. Court records show DeMore was able to leave that day after her mother voluntarily dismissed the case. But DeMore says the damage has been done, and she feels a system designed to keep people safe failed to protect her.
Trevor, so far, your first thoughts, and I got something to play for you. I want to hear your first thoughts because I don't think you've seen what I seen.
I might didn't, but a lot of foolishness going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm appalled by all of this because that's her daughter, but when I think of all the stories I've heard of Desiree Perez, I can see how somebody internal will end up bringing her down because she has been involved in a multitude of foolishness. But what did you see that you thought that I missed though?
Desiree Perez may be right on this one, bro. Desiree Perez may be right on this one, Trevor. And that's why I'm gonna ask you what you say. And I want you to hear what you say. And I didn't want you to, I'm not going to say what I think, but I'm going to show you what I have.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let you, because I'm not going to blindside you. You're my man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to let you see what we got. And this coming from my guy, Poetic Flacco. I just seen this morning, and it changed my opinion instantly. Here we go.
That he raped her. All type of things. All right. Now, what I would say, though, when I read this lawsuit that Desiree Perez filed against her daughter's husband, the lawsuit is still active, by the way. When I read this lawsuit, my initial jerk reaction was, this began from a good place. This began from a place of a concerned mother, and it quickly got out of control. Now, like Desiree Perez's daughter and her husband was staying in one of the family homes. And Desiree Perez bugged the house with cameras, with audio recording devices, all type of things, trying to catch them doing something. And they was being recorded 24/7 for about a year or two. And she was only able to show 2 occurrences where she felt like some level of violation and abuse was happening. And from that particular moment, she wanted her daughter to have nothing to do with the husband, and she demanded she left the husband. And when she refused to do so, she then enacted the full force of Roc Nation and the criminal enterprise upon her daughter and the husband. So we're going to review the two things because I have the video and I have the wiretap audio as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you hear this, Trevor. Now
Yeah.
you go. Pay attention to this. Here's the video, Trevor. Here's the video. Here we go.
The doctor could institutionalize it. Turned out it wasn't her. So Desiree Perez has been accused before of creating fake wiretaps, fake evidence to torment somebody. The husband is about to walk in. The daughter is in the red sweats. He walks in. He's upset. Now, he does some weirdo stuff. If this is an authentic video, he's a weirdo for doing this. So he goes in, and it looks like he throws a punch, and then
there you go. There you go. Now, if you a mother and you see that bullshit on the camera,
it's going down.
You got to get up out of here, bro. You a fuck boy.
Yeah, you got to go. You can't be putting your hands on my child. You know what's crazy about this? When you first sent me this information, I started listening to people talk about this, and people was taking the side of the daughter. People who created content from it a day ahead. But you know what I'm learning in these classes is that a lot of people call things fake news, and people lying on media, and people speaking false information. But Poetic Flacco did his job by taking his time, letting the story transpire, and more information come out. Because a lot of YouTubers want to be first to the content. But like you did your research also. I appreciate that because you didn't send me out there because I was about to say some crazy shit, to be honest.
No, I said I wanted to slow you down, but listen what I'm saying. This is what we dealing with. This is a fuck boy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, you come in a relationship where the mother is connected to billions of dollars. Bitch nigga fall in line. Bitch nigga fall in line. You ain't finna do nothing greater than what this woman is doing. You supposed to be coming into the family. If I'm coming in the family, pimps up. I'm calling mom every morning. Hey, Miss Desiree Perez, is this something that you see that I need to be doing over here while I'm living rent-free in your shit?
Yeah.
Acting like my nuts hanging. Yo, I'm putting my nuts up. My nuts only coming out to knock the back walls out your daughter at night. But other than that, I don't got no nuts. I'm here under your tutelage. I need to see what I need to be doing to get to this money. I don't need to be here kicking up dust. You need to be knowing how you can fall into the family and get in there and calm your bitch ass down. But I'm looking to see some more video. And once I start getting into this information, I'm gonna let Poetic Flacco break it down. Let me
get 15 seconds in though, Doug.
No, do your thing. We in this together. Do your thing.
Man.
Only thing, Trevor, I want to ask you to tell you this. When we cut each other off, it messes up the audio in the StreamYard. That's just how StreamYard works. So I'm in a sentence, then you go, because that's just gonna be better for the re-edit. But you go ahead.
Okay. I know that.
You gotta slow down a little bit, but you know what I mean. You know how it works.
Okay. I was too excited, fam. I know that.
I'm not checking you, bro. I'm not checking you. No, I mean? I'm not checking you, bro. Yeah, I'm here with you, bro. I'm not checking you. I'm gonna let the artist know I'm not checking you. I just want to make sure the post edit is ready. That's it.
We have.
Yeah.
See, this is something that I talk about on my platform a lot. Men, they get in position or they get in relationships and they aren't able to control their feelings and emotions, and they crash out and lose it all. That's all I had to say, fam.
And you gonna see more of this story. This is a bitch ass nigga. This is easy, but here we go. I'm gonna wind that back. Once I saw that, I'm like, bruh, no way. Yeah, I'm doing everything I got to do. If I got the bag to get you up out of here, bro, because you ain't even respecting the bag.
Now he does some weirdo stuff. If this is an authentic video, he's a weirdo for doing this. So he goes in and it looks like he throws a punch and then he grabs something from out of her hand and then pushes her. He throws her into the door and then he leaves.
Wow. You can't make that
I
up.
also obtained one of the wiretap audios that Desiree Perez is claiming that this is proof that the husband has been putting his hands on her daughter and the husband has been essentially making the daughter do things against her will and violating her?
Especially because I know I've been sick. I'm gonna ask you again. You think it's okay to wake up at 9 o'clock and call somebody at 9:30 for a business call? You think that's okay? Look me in my eye and tell me that's okay.
Yes, 30 minutes prior, yes. Sure.
You're going to wake up at 9 o'clock and make a business call at 9:30.
Yes, I wouldn't do anything else. I would just literally go outside, take me out, and make the call.
Look how he talking to this young lady, bro. He's crazy. Here we go.
I feel nasty even listening to this audio. Nobody should have access to this audio. This is a married couple arguing about a call being made too early. Now, do I think the dude is tripping? Maybe, yeah, but I've never been married. I don't know what type of routine they have going on in terms of why a call at 9 a.m. would piss him off. But this should be something private. There's something nasty about knowing that, like, this house was bugged, the wiretap without their knowledge.
That was wrong, but my nigga, you're living rent free. Whatever comes with living rent free, I'm doing it. Hey, I'm gonna be on point. Mama gonna sleep me slaying this thing at night. You know what I mean? If mama wanna know, mama gonna probably want some of this thing as she see me on camera knocking the back out you now. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, this is a crazy situation. Some guys do not know how to finesse a situation. They not raised by players anymore. They don't have no coaching. And some of these guys want to go in a situation and be like, yo, I'm the man. I'm finna show out. You are a man. You have to be comfortable in your manhood. And you just have to know when it's time to fall in line, rank and file. And when you're dealing with somebody with power like Desiree Perez, like I said, that's your mother-in-law. You need to be hitting mother-in-law up every morning. Mother-in-law, what you need me to do? Yo, mother-in-law need to be telling you, like, son, you don't need to be calling me no more. Don't call me every morning, same time. I don't got nothing for you to do right now. I'll call you. And then you still call. You know what I mean? That's how I do shit, bro. You know what I mean?
I feel you, and I agree with everything that you're saying. And do we have any comments in the comment section, too? Because we want to acknowledge the person that's watching the show.
Yo, definitely. Can you see the comments?
No, I can't see none of the comments.
Dang.
Oh, there they go.
Okay, you say gentleman look at the bottom. Oh, go. You can read it. Can you read that?
The gentleman on the bottom looks like he can throw down with some flick film.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, you got some. Yeah, we ain't really got. If you're in the comment, let us know what you think about the comments that about the video that you've seen thus far. And also, if you can, make sure you get a like in, make sure you get a share in, and also please make sure you sub to the channel. Me and Trevor Jackson, whichever channel that you looking on. Somebody said free Diddy. We're not talking about Diddy tonight. See what I told you, Trevor? Anytime I try to do a live stream about something else, people want to pull in Diddy. We ain't talking about Diddy tonight. We'll be back on Diddy tomorrow. But yeah. We'll be back on Diddy tomorrow. Here we go. Let me finish up a little bit here, Trevor.
Of their audio being recorded 24/7, and no matter where they go in their own home, they can't have a conversation that won't be overheard by somebody else.
Hey, sister.
So when they are arguing, she claims that sound we just heard of the she claims that the husband like cocked back a gun. I didn't hear a gun sound, to be honest. It sounds like he was rolling out his computer or something. Now, she would also say that this next conversation they're about to have, so they have a joint business together, and he's trying to convince the daughter to take 5% of whatever like he's paying her. So apparently he's been paying her a certain percentage of the proceeds because he kind of runs the business, and he's not trying to convince her to go from whatever he's paying her to taking 5%. Again, this is some married couple stuff. We shouldn't be hearing this, but we're hearing this because Desiree Perez bugged up their home. So she presented this as evidence of abuse. Now, he's about to start having a conversation trying to convince her to take 5%.
Change my subject to 5%. I'll pay you what I want to pay you, because you're going to be in a 5%, Amori. You cool with 5%? Shut up. This fake ass crime. Feel like breaking this motherfucker. Everything. Fuck. Oh, my mama. You know your mama think you the dumbest motherfucker ever? No, look me in my eye. Look me in my eye. Look me when I'm talking to you. Look me in my eye. I like you. Look me in my eye when I'm talking to you. No, I'm talking. I'm talking, man. No, I'm talking.
Bro, you got that bag. You ain't trying to get this nigga out the way.
Oh, it's easy.
This your daughter, bro.
He done for, fam.
Come
like,
on.
He should have an expectation that he was being bugged, the house was being bugged because he know who her mama is, fam.
Get into your mic. Get right in front of your mic.
Pause. He got to know who her mama is.
Yeah.
So I just think this nigga ain't a player at all. That's what I think.
He don't got no player bone in his body. Like I don't know what he doing. I don't know what he thinking. He don't got no guidance. I'm pretty sure he might have been raised by a single mother. I know everybody who raised by a single mother don't turn out like this, but it seemed like that was exclusive to him. What that comment say above you? You can go ahead and read that if you don't mind, Trevor.
Okay.
That's one of your people. It says, in the flight to Boston, still good. Okay. It says that her daughter was going through that, but Desiree Perez is still a snake. Listen, if she was doing all this, now the only thing that's concerning to me, if she was doing all this to her daughter, she knew the proper steps to take. So I do believe what we've been dealing with, she did do that to Tory Lanez. You know what I mean? Now that's the alarming part of the conversation. But with this part, I like to deal with strictly what we dealing with. That's all I be liking to deal with. I don't like to go with left, right, left. You know what I mean? Strictly what we dealing with, she right when it comes to her daughter.
You know, what she did to Tory Lanez is actually minimal in comparison to a couple of things that she has done in the past also. You know, it's alleged. I don't want to say that this is facts, though. It's alleged that she got caught with 35 keys and she told on Griselda Blanco, the godmama down there in Miami, fam. So
was she like Jay-Z when he say lost 92 bricks had to fall back?
Yeah. She was the plug, fam.
Yeah, I think she snitched on the dude she was with too, didn't she?
OG Wine, or is she still with OG Wine? That's one of Jay-Z's affiliates, OG Wine. But this is all an assumption. I don't know if none of this is
keep it on the surface because we don't know none of these people.
Yeah.
OG? Nah. I'm no G, so I don't need to be talking about no nigga named OG. No G don't need to be talking about a nigga named OG. Yeah, I don't seem like that's gonna work in my favor.
That's what's up, though. But she has been involved in a lot of things. I've heard Meek Mill publicly salute her, talk about he helped her with her cases and everything. And I heard Lil Wayne also talk about that she helped him also. So she's plugged in. We talking about Desiree Perez, half a gallon. What's popping, man? Too, hit the like button and subscribe to my dog J Doug channel. Also, if you on my channel, and if you're on Doug channel, subscribe to my channel too, Trevor Jackson TV. We get into it, we collaborating and just having a good time and a great conversation, though, Doug. What's popping, fam?
Yeah, this support two black brothers sitting up here having a conversation. We ain't going back and forth. We ain't beefing. Hey, shout out to Sister Pal too. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, this situation, I feel like he could have played this cards way different. Could have got a totally different result. I don't see why he is even doing this. It's like you getting a winning hand and you just throwing it away. I know that mindset he's in. He's in that mindset where he's trying to prove something. You can't prove nothing to Desiree Perez. She done worked with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what you finna prove to this lady? He's immature. That's why he's yelling. That's why he's doing all this. You gotta, oh my God. Desiree Perez, if you get rid of this bum, I'm married. I can't even say that. I'm married. But if I wasn't married, Desiree Perez, I'll play this. Listen, I don't mind it. That's an easy win. We'll see if we get a few more details out of this, but that's crazy work. And also coming up next, we're going to be talking about Cardi B and Offset. Offset said he wants some spousal support. I don't blame him, but we're gonna get into that coming up here. We're gonna finish up on this Desiree Perez, and also if you have any comments, you can put them in the comment section. Even if you don't have an input on this topic in particular, let us know where you from. That give us a gauge of where we impacting that. If we're gonna go on tour, whatever we're gonna do in the future, we didn't know where the people at and how y'all moving tonight. And appreciate the support. Make sure you get a like in, make sure you get a share in, sub up to the channel. Appreciate you. Here we go. We finish up on this real quick.
Let's do it.
So the family tries to get involved in the conversation, and that's where you see the loud screaming. So it would appear the family don't like him, and they feel like he's bad for her. I'll be real. From what I'm hearing, dude sounds like an abusive weirdo. Like, dude sounds like a dude who is emotionally out of control. And it don't really sound like he's good to her. To be honest, I'm going to give Desiree Perez the benefit of the doubt. The husband seems like an asshole. Like, he don't really seem like a good guy. I wouldn't want that man dating my daughter either from that particular snippet. However, that's one thing, all right? Thinking, yo, this dude is bad for my daughter. But if your daughter is choosing to be with this dude, she's choosing to forgive, she's choosing to overcome, she's choosing to move forward with him and to love him, then you don't get to take it upon yourself now to say, okay, I'm going to just make sure my daughter's life is a living hell so she could leave him. You know what? Since the police won't prosecute him for what I showed him doing on,
he should have been charged for domestic violence, but they said that she got those evidence unlawfully, so they couldn't prosecute him. But based on what I seen, he definitely should have been prosecuted. What you think about that, Trevor? Like, what can you do in a situation like that? You got a daughter, you trying to get her out of a situation, she's in a abusive relationship. What's going on, Ryan Cliff? Appreciate you for tuning in, bro. I already know you don't got a like in for me. I ain't even worrying about that. You know what I mean? Some people I just know when they come through, they showing love. That's just their nature. You know what I mean? So Ryan Cliff, one of those dudes. And I want everybody to be one of those dudes. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be here trolling, but y'all get y'all troll on. That help us in watch time and help us in the algorithm.
Yeah, salute to Ryan Clifton. I was in the chat with him on one of your shows where you was talking about the Diddy case and trial and everything. But what's interesting to me about this is that the conversation has switched now to the daughters still want to stay with the man.
That's why I'm asking you, what do you do in a situation like that? You Desiree Perez, you got a daughter, you got what we have. Let's deal with what we got. What do you do? And I mean, you're a little older than me, so maybe you know what I mean?
You know,
your approach.
To me, in our reality, it ain't nothing that you can do. But what I would do, I would stop the funding of the foolishness. I wouldn't fund my daughter at all. But she's a gangster, Desiree Perez, so something else could happen. I don't even want to mention it on the stream or whatever, though, but something else could happen because we see the tactics that has been used previously with this lady, or that's an assumption also. But
so Jay-Z, hey, you remember this? Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head, bro. Call me.
And you see recently, Ye been on X talking about, I've been having dreams of apologizing to Jay-Z.
Oh Lord.
He crashing out talking about his friendship. He missed his friendship with Pusha T since the Clips put out that super fire record. But Ye be all over the place though. But
Jay-Z gonna greet him with the pound, not the handshake, the type where you demand the weight, the type where they put land over your face. I pop you, let doctor stitch you.
Yeah,
that's what he gonna greet Ye with.
Yeah, because Ye was talking about, you know, once you take it to children or whatever, it's a whole.
Yeah, you all fouled out. That's a foul.
You don't fouled out talking about children, and Ye crashed all the way out this time. I don't think there's no coming back from it. And I think Ye is one of the best I think Ye the best hip hop artist of all time. Got the best catalog, released the best hip hop album ever. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's just that he done crashed all the way out, fam. It's just weird to me though. But it ain't nothing you can do, fam.
Yeah, ain't nothing you can do. You know what I mean? Ye is Jay, and guess what? That Bully album, if you ain't heard it, that's still fire. You know what I ain't heard it. Yeah, you got to get into Bully. If you want to hear some neo soul type of vibe. But yeah, in that situation, if that was my daughter, bro, listen, what Desiree Perez doing is the right thing. I need to get you vapor acted. I need to see if you own some drugs, because I need to figure out if I raise you in a decent way, why are you still with this dude after I say, yo, this is what we have. He hit you, and I don't know what you want a parent to do with that, especially somebody who got money. You got a ton of. I wish you could see these comments, bro, so you could put them on the screen. How can you put them on the screen too?
I can't. But whoever in control of the I can put them on the screen. I apologize.
Okay, go.
I just saying that.
Oh, you good?
I'll read some of them, fam. Oh, I can't put them on the screen, but I see Speedy Ben has left a comment up. He said, "Oh my God, is this the guy who sings the Long Guang Guang song now?"
Oh man, I don't know what he talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, I've been reading all week. I'm gonna take a break.
Okay. He said, "Shit, I let Diddy rub me down." And
we're not talking about Diddy tonight. We're not talking about Diddy. What the world? See, I told you every time anybody want to move forward. We moving forward. We're gonna talk about Diddy all week. We talk about Diddy this week. We talk about Diddy all week.
Put that comment up of Nick Rich. I want to read that one, because when they was talking about the Baker Act in the clip, I want to read the Baker Act too. It was interesting to me because I never heard of that before. But he said, "Wow, are you kidding, right? You would Baker Act a grown person for their choices." So the Baker Act is specifically to Florida. It's a mental health act of 1971. Is a law that allows for emergency mental health services and temporary detention for up to 72 hours. The act's goal is to ensure the safety of individuals with severe mental illness who may be a danger to themselves or others. You know, both of these people, looking at the videos that you played, I feel like both of these people are a danger to themselves, because dude is in a good position, acting out, you know, and she want to stay. That's foolishness. So both of them, they do need some sort of something, fam.
That nigga think he finna be bigger than Jay-Z. That's his problem. He think he finna be bigger than Roc Nation. You not, bro. It's nothing wrong with being humble. That's what we need to bring back. Being humble, bro. I'm in a good situation. I've been dealt a winning hand. All I gotta do is play my part. They gonna tell me how to play this hand. I would have been to put a couple babies in her. Like I say, I'll be calling mother-in-law every morning. I'll be at the Roc Nation building every day. I don't give a damn if I'm just sweeping the floor. My presence will be felt, and I will be adding my part and be grateful that I'm even allowed to be in this family. That's like hitting a lottery ticket, bro.
Yeah.
You messed that up. Crazy work.
Somebody, I think they're cracking on my hat, but Nexus Database, this is a Kango. You know, this is what the players used to wear back in the 80s and the 90s. You know.
They still on free Diddy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, he responded. There you go. Your boy Nick.
I read the lawsuit. Too many receipts. Desiree effed up and overplayed her hand.
Yeah, she definitely was over concerned, but like I said, dealing with what we dealt with, especially that first video just alone, yeah. That nigga looked like he backhand her while they riding up the street. Yeah. If we can't put a camera in the whip around this dude. Maybe she would have took the cameras out if bro would have been more trustworthy. But look at it. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Here we go. Nick got another one.
Desiree got sloppy with this one. Her daughter was collecting receipts. How did she get sloppy, fam? Can you explain? I think that, you know.
Well, she got sloppy based on the fact of the doctors that she hired. They was all public. The people that she sent out, the news crew showed up. She did it to her daughter. She did it in Florida. See, some stuff just don't work in Florida like it work in New York and LA. You come down south, you're gonna have to deal like the country boys dealing, and we don't play Hollywood games down here. You know what I mean? Money only gonna get you so far in the south. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You're gonna have to come right, because they ain't gonna put their name on the line, because that's all we got. Balls in our words. You know what I mean? In the south.
Yeah, the South is a different place, and she's playing by rules that, is this a civil lawsuit or is it a criminal one?
This has got to be civil because she was trying to get him convicted civilly and it didn't happen.
What's her net worth? Let me see. She might as well just go and get a bag up, man.
I was wanting that too. I'm thinking she's somewhere up there. She got to be in the 100 million. She Roc Nation.
What's her net worth, man? I said only, like that ain't no money. She worth $50 million though. So,
yeah, you playing with the wrong. This Negro here, bro. Yeah, Duval, we in the building. Oh damn, we got a lot of Duval in the building. Okay,
salute to Duval, man.
Hey, this dude just didn't play his hand right, man. This dude was a pure loser, and this was an easy win for him. He tricked himself off this bag, and this relationship ain't gonna last because he got her daughter out here doing some landscaping. Nigga, bro, bitch, nigga, I'm worth $50 million. You think I want my daughter out here doing some landscaping? I'm worth $50 million. I wish my child would pick up a motherfucking rake. Man, messed up, bro. This guy's a straight idiot, bro.
Yeah.
This guy's an idiot, bro.
He crashed out. He crashed out, fam.
Yeah.
She gonna have to come up off some money, but she crashed out.
Oh, she probably don't mind giving that money to her daughter, but I would, man, please. Yeah, bro. This is once I got all the information like we dealt with, I'm like, yo, this is crazy work. Oh, let's go on to Trevor, anything you got popping on your page, let the people know if you got anything popping on your page that you want to bring to the people attention.
Okay, so on my channel as of recently, I've been all over the place talking about politics, hip hop, and a multitude of things. It's just the latest show that I recently did was a conversation with Candace Owens and Cornel West. It was a previous conversation, but a lot of the things that they was talking about in the debate is, you know what I mean, relevant to the times of right now, the reparations conversation and just blacks in politics and all of that old type of stuff. And then I've been on the hip hop conversations a lot, man, with the top 50 LA rappers of all time that Complex List put out. I put out an old clip from one of my shows that I did with Spice One also. And then we talked about Larry Hoover being commuted by Trump also, and my thoughts on that or whatever though. But I feel like, the Larry Hoover situation, man, it's all a play so he can pardon Derek Chauvin.
So yeah, slide over to the Trevor page, and you also, we got Diddy popping over here. Cardi B and Offset, the divorce is getting messy. Cardi B running around with her new guy Stephon Diggs, getting piped out, getting digged out, and Offset feeling some type of way as he should. So over the week, Offset hit her with the boom, spousal support. Give me that. Easy money. And Cardi B went on a Twitter space, went slap off on Twitter.
Is it easy money though? Because you said easy money. Is it easy money, fam?
Easy money for him. These women do it all the time, so I support Offset and what he's doing.
I do too, though. But do the courts support that? Is that gonna be easy for a man to obtain that though, fam?
Yes. Oh yeah, Offset getting that. Offset getting that easy, especially if she make more than him. Offset getting that. Yeah, Offset.
His net worth is 20, hers is 100 or whatever. But
how she get to 100 million
with one album? That's interesting, ain't it?
She got no women on her side, boy. Them women make a difference.
Yeah, that's true. Salute to Avatar in the chat, man. I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Salute to Angelo, Mark, Death Valley. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you coming from my channel watching this because me and Doug is collaborating, go and subscribe to J Doug's channel because he got some dope content and I love collaborating with this brother.
Hey, appreciate that. Here we go.
You die slow in the bed. And while you word to my mother, I want you to, but I want you to die slow. I want you to die slow in the bed. And while you you gotta think of me. Let me tell y'all something, right? When I first filed for child support, my lawyer filed for child support. I mean, when I first filed for divorce, my lawyer filed for shit. And this started spazzing, right? So I told my lawyer, there's a renew, what's that shit called? There's a renew divorce paper, right? And in the renewed divorce paper, I asked for no child support. I didn't ask for no child support because I want to be done with this marriage. Like, I feel like I'm tied up. I asked for no child support. Kiari is allowed to see my kids. There is not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. Okay? He stood up my kids 3 times. He have seen Blossom only like 5 times. Okay? And I've been trying to save your face. But for you, stop playing saying that I don't be seeing my kids. Stop playing because you don't want to look like a less of a bitch ass. All right. If I keep you away from the kids, right? All right. You talk to the kids almost every single day. You call the kids every single day. I allow you to talk to the kids every single day. If I allow you to talk to the kids, why would I not allow you not to see the kids? It was a point that he was making a big deal, like, oh, I'm not going to go to New York to see the kids because I'm not going to be seeing my kids in a hotel room. All right. I was like, all right, so you could see him in my mom's house. You still made it a big deal. And I love my daughter so much. Yo, if I'm lying, my kids could die if I'm lying. I said, you know what? To make it easier for you, you could see the kids in my house. Just because I want my daughter to feel the love of her dad. Because I want my kids to have that love of their dad. I want the love of both parents, even if we're not together. Also, the last time we seen the kids was in March on Cody's birthday. Okay? So before you start talking to me about I don't see my kids, let's talk about it. You haven't seen the kids since March. Okay?
So I'm kind of confused. And a lot of people.
That's what we dealing with, man. Cardi B, she going off, Offset.
I got a question for you though, Doug, before we get into the conversation. We both married men, right? Is Cardi B, even though the money and everything is cool to have we just got through talking about Desiree Perez and finances and everything. Is Cardi B a woman that a man should take serious?
That's a good question. It seems to me she was down for Offset for when she was down for Offset. I feel like Offset made a couple bad moves on his part. But I feel like I never heard Cardi B out here doing nothing scandalous. I feel like she could be good. Like, yo, Cardi B wasn't no baby mama before Offset married her. You know what I mean? She had no children out of wedlock. She was ready to go. She had a little ratchet to her, but she knew what she wanted. She wanted to get married. You know what I mean? She wanted to have a family. And if I feel like Offset would have cherished that and he would have been ready for that, I feel like he could have locked Cardi B down for at least another decade.
I feel like he did cheat. That was his mistake. But he did lock her down though, because she ain't been putting out music or nothing. You know what I'm saying? She ain't been doing nothing creatively. She got her bag. She was the hottest in the world, and Offset sat her down, fam. But she ain't sat down no more. They wilding in the chat too, fam. They going off on us, man.
They going off. Listen, I don't think Offset set her down. I believe like with her situation, she saw that she could make money and she didn't have to drop an album. So it's like, yo, I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. If she done made $100 million off and she dropped number 1 album, that's the reason why she haven't dropped the album.
That's
fact. You got people that done dropped more than 1 album since that album came out, and I bet their net worth ain't at $100 million.
Yeah. That's why we ain't getting another Rihanna album neither. No
That's what
women.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand when you got $100 million, you don't want to be dealing with no stink breath white executives all in your face talking about we need this track, Cardi. We need this track, Cardi. And they thirsty, they trying to make money, they all in your face, and you gotta get on the road, and then you gotta go promote a single, then you gotta talk about something. Nah, that just went crap. You gotta deal with all that. Hey, I'll come out, I'll drop a verse on your hot track when you make it hot, and that's a career. That's not a bad career.
Nah, you definitely right about that. That's not a bad career at all. I would love to have a career like that. You know, I make me a couple of million dropping a verse ever so often.
Yeah, some of these people got to get out here and hustle crazy work.
What's your, you know, I don't want to make a race conversation, but why Latina girls are so aggressive? And, you know,
I
is that
never had to Latina girl?
Well, me neither. I only done had black women, to be honest with you. I ain't never dated outside my race or none of that. I love black women. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it though. But when I look at men dating for Latinas be crashing out.
Well, it seems like to me them Latino women, they passionate, they serious about their family, they're serious about love, and they serious about that order and being a woman. You know what I mean? So when they in a relationship, they like to keep that thing strong and they like to really love hard. For what I'm open to the possibility that I am wrong though.
Let's acknowledge some of these comments, fam.
We got a ton of comments coming through. We go.
Yeah. Offset did his job. Somebody said we're never getting another Rihanna album. Maybe a feature, but never getting another Rihanna album. What they what's with the echo?
We got echo.
It was echoing a little tad bit, but it's good now though.
Okay.
And then it was one AH was saying, are we let me go back up. Are you men a woman should take serious? We both married men at the end of the day. All women take us serious. What's wrong with you? You know, we ain't trying.
But she was asking you because you asked that question about Cardi B.
Yeah, I wouldn't take Cardi B serious, to be honest with you. That's a laughable situation. She could be up 100 M's. That ain't nothing I would take serious. Because I really don't deal with arguing and aggressive behavior and all of that. I don't tolerate that. I don't come from that type of environment. You know, I'm from where pimping was created, Tennessee. You know, we don't do the tongue wrestling and the arguing and the aggressive women and all that type of stuff. You got to be calm and loving and, you know, have a little bit of Southern hospitality about yourself. That's just my take, fam.
Yeah, but see, my thing about it, you know, I feel like you could pretty much, if you get a woman, especially the level Cardi B was at the time, you could kind of mold her and shape her to be the woman that you want her to be. I feel like she was set up to be what Offset wanted. Like I said, this goes back to the first story. A lot of these dudes, when they get to the bag or they get with these women that got the bag, they don't know how to fall in line and move. They don't know how to move. And even still, you can do your thing. You could have one, but you got to know how to move.
Yeah, that's
you got to know when to strike. You got to know how to move. And Offset didn't know how to move. This dude with Desiree Perez daughter don't know how to move. It's the way you supposed to move in a situation like that. To me, Cardi B was a hardworking woman. Check. No kids. Check. Young. Check. I would have got with Cardi B if I was Offset. I feel like Offset leveled up when he got with Cardi B. I don't feel like he would have got. He ain't finna get nobody better. What he finna go to? He might go to a lesser known whore. That's it.
Well, he had a nice supermodel though, but you know, finances ain't everything when you're dealing with relationships, though, fam.
Financing ain't everything, but from what I see, Cardi B was nice to him. I didn't see no situation. Cause listen, if Cardi B wanted to be a bitch, she could have left him the first time he cheated on her.
That's facts. That is facts, though.
First time, I'm out. Instead she stayed, gave this nigga 2 more babies. Come on now. Which woman who don't plan to be with you long term, stay with you after you cheat and give you 2 more babies? So she was all in on the situation. He just made the situation so freaking unbearable.
Yeah. Because it was in the public of the things
In
that
the
he
public,
it was too publicized. Yeah.
and she got money. It's like, yo, how long you want a person that got resources that don't have to deal with crap, that feel like, yo, I can go get somebody. I am Cardi B. You got the hottest in the game. That it just like I'm saying, Offset. This is the reason why Offset going to court. He see Cardi B on the boat with the new nigga, Stephon Diggs, right? He talk about you don't never be with your kids, this, that, and third. You hating. Why? Because old boy come up. They put their salaries together, power couple, doing it all over again. So Offset dropped the ball, man. A lot of these dudes, I mean, like you say, relationship and everything, you know what I mean? You can find another woman. We know this, of course, but
it ain't gonna be to Cardi B's level though.
Ain't gonna never find another Cardi B. You ain't gonna find a woman worth $100 million again. Ain't gonna happen.
100 million, that's a lot of bread. Let's acknowledge these last 4 comments though, fam, and then we can continue on with the conversation too.
Okay, go ahead.
So Avatar says she never been on tour. She can't sell out a tour. No album since 2018. Also, her last song she put out been flopping.
She still got that 100 million.
It was all about that Southern hospitality. That old boy talking about that ruined Offset. What do you mean by that? What do you take from that comment from Peter Hernandez?
You gotta rephrase. It was all about that Southern hospitality. Old boy talking about that ruined Offset. I don't know, but yeah. I can't get that one. Peter, you gotta rephrase that, Hernandez. Appreciate you for taking the time out.
Yeah, I really don't. Anyway, dude in the bottom look like Mad TV dude. We don't have to,
I ain't even read my bad. I ain't gonna put
AH, we don't have to, I salute to you, AH, but I don't you being a little bit aggressive, and your comment.
What is Mad TV? What did that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what Mad TV is neither. I don't really watch TV. You don't change the things you do. A woman can sense things. Yeah, that's true. Women do have a sense of certain things. Women are very intuitive.
Okay, he tried to clear it up. It's something that you said.
What he said? You said Southern hospitality is why Latino women angry from pimping days. Nah, you misunderstood what I was saying. I said I'm a man with Southern hospitality. I was just asking why are Latino women so aggressive? That didn't have nothing to do with the pimping. What I was talking about is I come from the pimping environment. I didn't say I was a pimp. I didn't say nothing about that. I just said I come from that environment. So we don't speak, some people may want to be entertained by the way people speak when they listen to podcasts and stuff, but I'm a soft-spoken individual. It ain't really, I really don't have the energy to be overly aggressive, man. Yeah. But let's keep the conversation moving though, Doug, man. What's the next topic, fam?
Let me see. Yeah, we wrapped up on that. Yeah, I guess we're good on that. But yeah, do you say you don't think he deserves child support?
No. I think that it's a mastermind by Offset. And if he knows that she's the breadwinner, and if who is going to be that's prioritizing the kids, who's going to have the kids the most? You know what I'm saying? So, if he can get that child support, he can get that bread. Salute it, because a woman would do it. Get that bread. I salute Offset for that. We should give him some hand claps for that, fam.
Actually, we got some hand. Yeah, get that bread, Offset. Here we go. All right. Last topic. We're finna get on out of here, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Over the weekend, DDG.
I was ready for this one.
Somebody ran down. Nobody ain't run down on DDG, but some sucker got all up on DDG Mitch, called him doo-doo garbage, and got packed out And now you talking about suing, of course. So we got the video, and we're gonna get the thoughts. Here we go. I hope we don't do. I hope Worldstar don't show ad. Here we go.
Hold this real quick. We got going. Mike, hold it. It ain't hold it. What you say? What we got going? Voodoo garbage. Like
No record. No, that's my brother, nigga. Watch out.
Young nigga time. YN time.
You know, do you got the video that was put out of DDG in the car of him and his homeboy talking about the DDG, the doo-doo garbage conversation? Because something happened before that. It's on Chig's Move channel if you know what I mean, you want to get the information, but something happened before that made that happen, fam.
Oh, I thought he just. Oh, let me see. Oh, we do. I should have went to see it smooth. Oh, he do got this. He got it tight too. Here we go. Yeah, I got it right here.
Because I got a lot to say about this too, though, fam.
tells you guys beforehand, please do not try to troll him. You might want to listen to him.
Michael Jackson. I don't know about that, but
you think so?
Michael Jackson was dead ass.
I ain't gonna lie.
Having people pass out by looking at them.
I didn't have people pass out before.
Not by looking at them.
You'd be surprised.
I'm talking about. Oh. Nah, bro. Michael Jackson had people pass out like that ass, like really like done for, like by look. People look at you and they say doodle garbage.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of effect. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody comes up to me and say doodle garbage.
You said what?
Nobody comes up to me in real life and say doodle. If a fan came up to me on some doodle garbage shit, bro, I'ma hold that nigga so goddamn bad, bro. Damn. Niggas know better. Get your bitch ass on my face, nigga. Then I'm gonna pull his car so crazy he gonna have to fight me. Security got pole on him. Now nigga lost his life because he want to troll and shit. It ain't worth it, bro. It's not even worth it.
And I was getting trolled so hard at this fucking DreamCon shit.
For real?
Somebody threw me a deodorant.
Now, today, DDG and his brother Dub, they were walking through DreamCon. Some fan decides it will be funny to come up behind them and yell, doodle garbage. This has to be a Illuminati fan. No other way around it. Now, Dub actually went up to the guy to go check him. Now, in that moment, the fan should have realized, yo, maybe I went too far. I've already trolled him. It was funny. Let me not say it again because this might be disrespectful. Here's the video.
What we got going? Voodoo garbage. No record. No, that's my brother, nigga.
What's your thoughts, dog?
That whole ass nigga got what he deserved. Stop coming up to people playing. Stop playing with grown men. Stop coming up with doo-doo garbage. And then you ain't ready to fight. You a grown man. Be ready to squabble when you come out disrespecting a grown man in his face.
You know, it's interesting because that guy had to be a fan of DDG to even know that that had happened, the doo-doo garbage thing. He had to be watching the stream, or watching.
I've never seen.
Go ahead, my bad.
He had to be watching his content, so he a troll and everything though. But if I had anything to tell the young folks, any kind of game to give them, you right about you got to be prepared to get hands put on you though. But me, if this is, tell me what you think about this, fam. Like, your entourage can't react to words. I can't have my entourage react to words because then I'm gonna lose money from you reacting to words, and then I gotta remove you. It's a dirty game. I gotta remove you because you reacted to words. You can only react to action.
It all depends, though. See, with this dude right here, he ain't getting no money because he ain't got no injuries. You online, nice and healthy. You just got your chin checked. That ain't no money. See, people think just because you get your chin checked, they think that's some type of check. You got to show injury. You got to show how you have took a loss based upon this injury, how you lost wages, how you got all this, whatever you lost. You got to prove loss. He don't got no loss. He was a nobody then. He got socked out. He going to be a nobody afterwards. He probably going to be more of a somebody he was before he got socked out. So with this dude, I got the video coming up. I got the video right here of him of explaining. If you want to, let me bring this in real quick.
Usually react like that in the past. Never seen him tell anybody go do something to anybody else. So I'm thinking it's all good. It's all cool. I seen him throw some gloves to some people that said it to his face a few times. Even if he did that, I would have been like, "Hey, my fault, man. Whatever. Went along my way." But he didn't want to do that. I can't lie. His brother came up to me and started putting his hands on me. He's like, "Is that true?" Man, that ain't no skip. I got banned from the event. I can't go back now, and I'm not sure if I can go back next year, which I hope I can. I spent a lot of money coming over here trying to have fun with my people, and I'm not sure if he got banned from the event, which I assume he did because that goes with his people.
Now, with everything
so he talking about suing. Let me see if I go back to the part we say. So I think I might have started too early.
Man, one of his friends or something like that.
After a fan called, he's ready to interact with the fan.
One of his friends or something like that. I want them to go ahead and come out here to tell y'all how that whole thing started. So boom, I'm standing there. Me and my boy standing in the vendor hall. We chill. See DDG walking by, and it's whatever. I heard about DDG before. I heard the name term doo-doo garbage before. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it'd be funny, just a little joke to doodle. All right, so I called him doo-doo garbage from around the way. His homeboy decided to come back. His brother, Doug, decided to go ahead, come back. Tried to press me about what I said. He said, "What you said?" I said, "Doodle garbage." "What you said?" "Doodle garbage." Push the shit out of me. I gotta take legal action against him or his brother, somebody out here. That's unacceptable for real.
And then it's the thing about it. You got whooped, you got beat up. Fight back or keep it pushing, bro. Don't be talking about you finna be suing. You trying to get paid. You trying to get clout. Like, I don't know who be raising these young dudes, bro.
That's true. What you think? Do you think this is the climate of today, though, fam? This is what's being promoted on the internet. Sue. Yeah. So I think that reaction is going to make it happen more often to DDG, and he's going to have to teach his people how to react in a different type of manner. Once he lose, I think he's going to lose about $100,000, fam.
Woo! I don't think so.
We'll see as the story transpires.
He don't got no losses, bro. He just got socked out. You know what I mean? He probably get 10K. If that, I wouldn't give him nothing. He don't deserve. That's what I'm saying. This justice system and these laws, we gotta change, man. All this just because, I did something to deserve what I got, and I got what I deserve. Now I want to sue. Nah, you need to go ahead and take it on that chin and keep it pushing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even show my face afterward. I would have been like, "Yo, I don't know what these do. Yo, I'm the one got something." It's me. I'll be in the background, like, yo, because I want to come out maybe later on I don't want to be known as the dude that DDG sopped out. You know what I mean?
How much we should pay him for a guest appearance on the show?
Nothing. You got to stop the dumb shit now before you go forward. Because he don't got nothing to say. See, that's what I'm saying. We're going to go get him, pay him something for him to come up here and say the same thing he just said. Yeah, man. I heard a lot of people call him doo-doo garbage. Shut up.
I think we would be able to question him in a way that would spark interest to the people also, though. That's what
I wouldn't be against talking to the young brother, but like I said, what stopped you from getting up and start fighting back?
$100. I give him $150. Cash out.
That'd be good. But that's what I'm saying. What stopped him from fighting back? You know what I mean? The people I grew up with, they would have tore that whole building up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what did you do after you got swung on? Did you run? I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I think it was his intentions to get a lawsuit. That was his intentions, fam. That was his intentions because he seen the live and everything. He said he seen what DDG said. If somebody called me doo-doo garbage, what would happen? He did it trying to get a reaction. He didn't fight back. He's looking to get a bag. I understand the game. The young folks, they be finessing. They be trying their best to get some money some sort of way. And if you're going to set yourself up for that, then I understand it. But I really don't have no sides. I just like entertaining the foolishness, fam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a side, but I feel like, DDG gonna have to learn how to move. But I was finna put this on the table, which I never like to put this on the table. Oh, this might be just a setup, bro. This might all be like, yo, this was gonna happen to you. You gonna call me doo-doo garbage. I think this might be all planned. I don't believe nothing I see on social media no more. And listen, it keep DDG name in the algorithm, and it make him look tough, I guess, to a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent, because he didn't put hands on nobody himself, and then he told him to
He looked like a boss. No, don't record. That's what bosses say.
Yeah.
Hey, great show, man. We killed it again on a Sunday night, man.
Most definitely, fam.
We killed it again, man. The viewership was crazy. Salute to you, all your success. We're gonna be back next Sunday, rocking out. Beautiful show, man. I had fun.
Me too, fam. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. Y'all go subscribe to J Doug channel. Make sure y'all do that if y'all on my platform. Do it right now. I will make sure I put a link in the description on my show to his channel. Subscribe to J Doug channel. We appreciate
and I do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate that. And what else I finna say? Oh yeah, appreciate that, Peter. I see you subscribe. Appreciate that, bro. Oh, I got another stuff. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll both be back. Trevor got videos dropping all week. I'll be live, and Trevor will probably be hitting you this week too. You say bust nuts for the Lord. Oh Lord. And listen, if you want longer streams, hit us in the comments. Let us know. We will prepare longer streams for y'all. But right now, while we just jumping off, we want to keep them nice, short, and digestible. Because we still got people in the chat, and we ain't trying to shortchange you. But you know what I mean? Unless you ask for more, you know what I mean? We're going to give you what to give it. The guy below channel is Trevor Jackson TV. Trevor Jackson TV. So if you know how to spell Trevor, you know how to spell Jackson and TV. And I am J Doug, JDOUG TV. No space in between the J and the D OUG. Just J Doug TV. And that's how we rocking out. We'll be back. Hit y'all next Sunday. And we YouTubers, so we always working.
Salute. Thank you for your time, bro.
We out.